In this video, we are going to talk about ICP, some of its recent price action, the important support and resistance areas, and where we can expect the price of ICP to go in the next few days and weeks. So let's look at the weekly chart, and what we can see here is that in the last couple of years, ICP has been ranging in this downtrend channel since late 2023, and basically every time ICP hit one of these trend lines, it got either a dump from the upper one or a pump from the lower one. And very recently, in the last couple of months, back in October, we've seen ICP get a pump from this trend line. This was a very explosive rally of over 3x from less than $3 to about $10, and then the rally stopped at about this trend line just below it, and then very quickly started dumping until in the last few days we've seen ICP actually starting to get a slight rally. So is this the start of a reversal, and can we expect ICP to continue going up to the trend line from here, or will it just fail and continue to go all the way down to the trend line? Well, first of all, the reason that this ICP rally just started is because it reached this support area. This is the level that ICP started the recent rally from, so this is a pretty strong support area as well. We've also seen ICP hit this area back in September 2023, so this is actually the third time that ICP got some support from this area. This is the first week in a while that ICP is about to close green most likely, which is a pretty good sign after we've seen it close 5 weekly red candles in a row. But despite all of this, I have to say that I am not really convinced that ICP is going to just start its rally from here right away. And I think that it is probably still more likely that it goes all the way down to the trend line to about $2.2. These trend lines have been very strong support and resistance for years now for ICP, and it never really got a rally or a dump before hitting one of those trend lines for the last couple of years. So just based on the recent history of how ICP's price has been moving, it seems more likely to me that it will just continue to do so and get all the way down to the trend line to really get a sustainable recovery from there. Now, of course, it is possible that ICP just start its rally from here right away. As I said before, this is actually a pretty strong support area that ICP hit twice in the past and got a rally from. And it can happen especially if Bitcoin starts getting a rally sometime soon. But in the last few weeks, we've actually seen Bitcoin basically just consolidate, even dump slightly. Ever since it got the rally from 80k to about 94k, Bitcoin has been struggling quite a bit, with it now being at just below 90k. So I think that if Bitcoin continues to consolidate or even dump slightly in the next few weeks, then I think that ICP will actually struggle quite a bit and most likely head all the way down to the trend line. But regardless of where the rally for ICP starts from, the obvious target for a rally for ICP would be this trend line. And if the ICP rally just starts from here right away, then this would be a rally of just under 3x from where it is at right now. And if ICP actually goes all the way down to the trend line, then this would be a rally of nearly 4x. So regardless of where it starts from, if ICP actually does get this rally, it would be a very significant one. And in my opinion, for ICP to actually break this structure and head above this trend line, it would require for a very explosive alt season in the entire crypto market, which doesn't seem too likely at the moment. But if Bitcoin actually heads significantly above 100k and Ethereum follows it and we get an alt season, then it is definitely possible for ICP to cross this trend line and break the structure that has formed in the last couple of years. This could actually lead to a very significant rally, because then it would mean that ICP is creating a double bottom right here, which would be confirmed if ICP actually crosses this week from back in November. If ICP just starts rallying from here right away and crosses $10, then this would be a very big double bottom. But at the moment, it is definitely not my base case, and I think that it is a lot more likely for the ICP rally to stop at the trend line. And also at the moment, I think that this rally by ICP is still not convincing enough, and I would want to see ICP go all the way down to the trend line. And also ICP's structure, as you can see, is a downtrend channel for years now. So also in general, in the long term, the structure for ICP is not looking that great, although the support and resistance areas are very strong and they seem pretty predictable. So I would definitely avoid ICP at the moment. I think that it is still a bit more likely that it will continue dumping eventually. And also in the long term, as I said, the structure is a downtrend. Of course, this isn't financial advice whatsoever. but I would personally avoid ICP right now. And I would also generally avoid being heavy into altcoins, because I think that for altcoins to start doing well and outperforming Bitcoin, we would first need to see Bitcoin actually doing well, and altcoins don't usually do well on their own, at least the entire altcoin market as a whole. Of course, there can be some exceptions, and ICP could be one of those exceptions, but I just think that it's pretty unlikely. So yeah guys, that's going to be it for this video. If you enjoyed it and you want more updates about ICP as well as other altcoins, make sure to subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.